Passive income. Let me share a story with you about passive income. So I was in the office with my 9 to 5 job, and I think it was around 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm in a conference room by myself, waiting to hop on a meeting, and I look at my phone. I had made a $900 commission, $900 profit that was going to be deposited in my bank account literally the next day. That's the definition of passive income. Passive income is work that you've done in the past that you're reaping the rewards in the future, if obviously you do it the right way. And what's so powerful about this was I didn't work my business that day. All I did was I got up, I walked my dog, and I went in the office. But I still made more money in my business than I did my 9 to 5 job for that day. And what if I told you that the main reason why people never create passive income is not because they're lazy, it isn't because they're not smart enough, and it's not because they missed their chance. It's because they're chasing the wrong kind of passive income. So I'm going to break down the easiest form of passive income in 2026, what it is, and how normal people, not influencers, not geniuses, but how they're actually building income that doesn't depend on trading time for dollars like a job does. And make sure you watch until the end because I'm going to share with you a mistake that keeps people stuck forever. And hey, if you're new here, my name is Kim. I'm not a guru by any means. I didn't grow up wealthy, and I didn't have extra time or money or a big audience. And honestly, and I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I started looking for passive income because I was stressed about money. And I realized something extremely scary. No matter how hard I worked, my income was capped by my time. So if you ever thought that there has to be another way, then this video is for you. And before we even talk about the easiest form of passive income, we need to clear something up. Passive income definitely doesn't mean that you don't do anything. It just means that you do the work once and you get paid over and over again, unlike a job. Think about it like this. Active income, you're getting paid once for your time, like a job. Passive income, you're getting paid repeatedly for value that you've already created, if you do this the right way, of course. And every form of passive income requires upfront effort, consistency, and a whole lot of patience. And in the beginning, you're going to be working and you're not going to be earning anything. And that's why people quit, because they think that it's not going to work for them. And hopefully after you watch this video, I'm going to convince you that yes, you can do this too. Let's talk about the most popular passive income ideas that you hear online. Real estate. Let's face it, it's risky, it's expensive, and at first it's not passive. And you might need a lot of overhead, and it could be a lot of headaches. Stock dividends. It's definitely slow, and it requires a lot of capital. How about that saying, you can't make money unless you have money? You know what I'm trying to say. Then, of course, there's drop shipping. You have customer service. You have to do ads, and that all leads to burnout. You could create your own products, but you have to actually spend the time to create your own product. And then you have to handle the support, the technical part of it, and building the websites, building the membership site. And they're definitely not bad ideas, especially creating your product. They're just not for beginners. If you are someone that's brand new, making money online, especially if you're like me and over 50 years old, you want simple. In 2026, the easiest form of passive income is not about owning things. It's about leveraging systems and tools and software that already exist that makes your life 1,000 times easier. So here it is. The easiest form of passive income in 2026 is digital marketing. And before you click off, hear me out. It simply means you recommend a product and service that you believe in. And when someone buys through your link, you make a commission. So you don't have to create the product. There's no inventory, no support, and certainly no employees. And why is this so powerful now? Have you ever heard of a website called Amazon? People buy online all the time. So we're not creating a demand. The demand is already there. And isn't it cool that we can just go on a website and order something, have it shipped to our house in a day or two, and we never have to talk to anyone? You don't have to pick up the phone. You don't have to message anyone. It's the same thing with digital marketing. You don't have to bug your friends and family. You don't have to build a team. You don't have to do any complicated tech stuff. And you know what's also cool is social media like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. They are trust machines. So what this means is you no longer have to spend thousands of dollars every single month and paying for ads because people want recommendations from people that they trust. And the best part is social media is free, which means you can promote whatever you're selling absolutely free on social media. And what's cool is social media does most of the heavy lifting because they're the ones that are push your content out to viewers. For example, you're watching this YouTube video right now. I didn't send it to you, right? YouTube put it in front of you and you decided to click and watch it. And third, you know what the coolest thing is? You can build this business while you're working your full-time job. And you don't need to work an extra 40 hours a week like you do a job. Just 1 to 2 hours a day. And you don't need perfect branding, a huge following, or any viral videos to make this work. And in fact, that $900 that I was talking about that I made in the office, I had 0 viral videos. All you need, one problem, one platform, and one proven system. Because let's face it, why reinvent the wheel? If you are given a proven system that works, that has already generated millions upon millions of dollars, it's proven to work, why would you start from scratch if you're brand new and try to figure all that out? I did that when I first came online, and you know what happened? I spent years making nothing. And you know what's super cool? If you have the right digital marketing program, you don't need to have hundreds of sales every single month. And this is why people are able to replace their full-time income, because all they need is a couple sales every month and their full-time income is replaced. And while I was working a full-time job, my best month so far has been $4,200 on top of my full-time job. My demanding full-time job, because all I did was follow a simple process. And when I started, my biggest fear wasn't failing. It was starting something and realizing that I didn't have the time to keep up. I thought building an extra income meant working more hours. But the cool thing is when you have a system already built, training, the funnel, the education, you're not starting from scratch. And that's when passive income becomes realistic. And here's the mistake that keeps people stuck forever. They consume the information but never take action. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect time. They wait until they more. But honestly, confidence comes after action, not before. And 6 months from now, you'll either be glad you started or wish that you did. If you want to learn how digital marketing works, the whole process, and how people are building passive incomes without quitting their job, I have a free training that's low. There's no pressure, no hype, just information. Watch it and learn what is possible. And just decide if it makes sense for you. Because the easiest form of passive income in 2026 is the one that you actually start. Click on the link below this video, and I'll see you in the next one.